Being the youngest and the first generation Mexican American graduating and be able to go to college is such a huge accomplishment and privilege. My parents didn't have the same opportunity like I did. I put in all my hard work for the past 4 years just for this moment to be able to walk across that stage and say that I have accomplished something that unfortunately not many people are able to. I am beyond blessed with this opportunity and will forever be grateful. To the seniors who I have never said a single word to and who don't even know who I am, and to the ones who do know me, I wish you all the best in college or wherever you all are going after high school. Y para mis padres y familia que no entendieron una sola palabra que dije, nomás sepan que mis calificaciones fueron buenas y gracias por darme la oportunidad de estudiar en los Estados Unidos.
My high school experience was strange, to say the least. Freshman year, I was homeschooled. Sophomore year, COVID started. Junior year, I was distance learning, and now I'm at the end of my senior year. I've learned a lot from my experiences here. I now know more about myself than I ever could have dreamt. I learned responsibility for myself and my actions through distance learning. I still have my bell alarms that help me keep up with Zoom classes. This year has been the weirdest by far, simply because it was normal. I learned the most important thing this year. I cannot do everything alone. I tried to do everything myself, but soon, too many obstacles, both physical and mental, prevented it. I learned to turn to friends and teachers to help me when I needed it most. So, my advice to my younger peers is, let others help you. Being independent is good, yes, but we have teachers, parents, and friends for a reason.
BDP is not a phrase we use nonchalantly at Smyrna because this school was built on its bulldog pride and tradition. This is not a school you dread coming to and don't miss when you're gone. Here we truly are proud to be a part of the legacy created at Smyrna. It's not just a place where we came to learn. It's a place that marked the beginning of friendships and adventures that will last a lifetime. We created a family during our time spent at SHS, and not just the teachers, but the students as well. I met my best friends Julia and Karina, and my favorite teachers, Miss Wester and Dr. Pruitt. Though this day marks the end of our high school years, we will always have a place to call home at Smyrna High School. I never thought I'd actually enjoy high school. Freshman me was a completely different person, and I've definitely changed for the better. The most influential thing for me was 100% the friends and mentors I met in these 4 years. I thank God every day for giving me the best friends I could ask for at Smyrna High School. So, if I could give any younger students advice on high school, it would be, find your group, your friends, your favorite teachers, and hold on to them. It is so much harder to go through high school alone. Trust me, I tried that freshman year, and it did not work. I don't know what I would have done without my girl band, Alex, Karina, Julia, and Miss Wester. It took me a while to find them, but I'm so glad that I did, and I hope that everybody else can find their groups too.
Remember watching High School Musical as kids, believing high school would be so simple and full of excitement. Little do we know, high school is going to be nothing like the musical. Although I will say you do need a Miss Darby to help get you through the years. And Miss Darby is a teacher who's always there for you, who constantly tries to get you involved, wants nothing but the best to you, and even becomes a mini therapist. Having this relationship with a teacher helped me meet a variety of new people, observe life from a different perspective, and even gave me something to look forward to when coming to school. For me, this person was Miss Wester, and without her, I would not have survived high school or become the person I am today. So with that being said, if you want to make your high school experience one that you'll never forget, find you a Miss Darby.
The second I stepped foot into high school, the pressure was on to achieve this moment. I did it, and it feels amazing. But this achievement was paid for through sacrifices. My time, my social life, and most importantly, my mental stability was all sacrificed in order to maintain this excellent GPA to get to where I am now. While I am proud of my success, I wish I had not allowed myself to sweat this perfect number. Someone once told me, don't sweat the small stuff, it's all small stuff. Instead of sweating my grades, I wish I had gone out more with friends, went to different sporting events, or even took the opportunities I had to travel. As we all take these next few steps into the real world, I hope we all can stop sweating the small stuff, and to just live life. Because life isn't about school and work, it's about living and loving.
Like many of the graduates today, I spent a lot of my senior year wanting it to end and stressing about the future. But if I could go back and tell myself anything, it would be to slow down and relax. It's easy to get stuck striving to be perfect and focusing on what's to come later, but there's so much wasted in doing that. Some of my best high school memories include having picnics at the park or going and playing soccer with my close friends Angel and Hsi Hsi. I should have spent more time indulging in those activities rather than giving up valuable time on assignments that really were not a big deal. I can recall so many moments these past few years where I felt nothing mattered except my grades or my schoolwork. Yes, it is important to work hard, but even more so, it's important to prioritize yourself. I had to learn to let go of this urgency for work that truly was not crucial. Life goes by quickly, and if you spend all your time worried and stressed, you forget to truly live. So go out with your friends and enjoy yourself. Sometimes the work can wait.
It's easy to think now about what I would have done or could have achieved during my time at Smyrna High. A notable quote from Maya Angelou reads, "Success is loving life and daring to live it." Not only does this remind me of the memories I made, but also the relationships I built with those who shaped the person I am today. From having practice after school nearly every day for 4 years to writing my college essays as a senior, the quality of these times means much more than the quantity. All in all, it's much easier to build off our accomplishments than fret about the past, as we all know, the past is impossible to change.
"4 years. I finally memorized the halls and the ever-changing bell schedules, and now my time is up. At the start of high school, everyone always has a piece of advice for you. Make new friends, study for the ACT, but if I could sit down freshman Hailey-Ann, I wouldn't tell her study habits. I mean, look where she is now. I would tell her that high school's a time to figure out who you are. I spent so much time trying to figure out who everyone else was that I thought I was just the labels I had earned. I am Drama Club President, I am top of my class, but when you take away the awards and grades and social groups, who are you? I learned that I love creativity and it's okay for dreams to change. So, since I can't sit down freshman Hailey-Ann, I'll tell you, take time with yourself, figure out what makes you happy, what's your biggest dream, and then never let those things go. Thank you.
You know you're learning when you start struggling. I felt very frustrated when I got to junior year and the way classes were laid out completely changed. However, those struggles improved my adaptability, communication, and capacity for self-reflection. As we've learned the past couple years, nothing is certain. When the world is constantly changing around you, you can choose to see these challenges as an opportunity to develop as a person. I've found that that's best done when you stay engaged and challenge yourself. I'm not saying you need to be involved with 5 clubs and even scouting outside of school, but there's value in every activity. Step out of your comfort zone and try new things without feeling obligated to commit forever. Use your time here to learn diversely, actively, and confidently.
We live in a world with unrealistic standards, people losing their genuine selves because of them. As banal as it sounds, every one of us has tried changing a part of ourselves to find a feeling of acceptance. When I started a new school in 2016, I did exactly that. I bought clothes that were in trend, I wore my hair in a side part. I even only brought ham and cheese sandwiches to school because I did not want to seem weird for bringing Filipino food. This continued until my freshman year of high school, and I regret it greatly because it cost me so much time that I could have spent finding what I actually enjoyed, like sad love songs and crying to sappy romance dramas. Though I'm still finding myself today, I'm the most Dena you'll get right now. So to the class of 2022 and anyone listening, don't waste your time trying to be like the person beside you and the next. You have no one to impress but yourself.
The fact that I'm standing in front of you all right now with the ability to say whatever I want doesn't mean much. Just because I got a 4.0 doesn't mean that I'm the one that should be up here giving you all a speech. Really, the words I'm saying right now hold little weight. Your abilities hold all of that weight. Each of you has something extremely important destined for you that will change the lives of all of those around you. Whether it happens tonight or 10 years down the line, you have the power to change lives, whether you know that right now or not. No matter what career you're going into, whether you're a janitor, a corporate CEO, a music teacher, a nurse, therapist, or even an engineer, you will have the opportunity to talk to those around you and shape their lives. I want each of you to make sure that that's for the better. I am imploring you all to help make the world a better place, starting with the little things, by doing small acts of kindness, and by giving tiny speeches to all of those around you.
Coming to high school, I couldn't wait to leave and graduate. I still can't. But spending the past 4 years here has left a tremendous impact on me, especially thanks to the life-changing and unexpected relationships I made. Moreover, I learned to appreciate the people in my life and the little things we do together, including cherishing the last few months with my close friends Jaleesa, Carolyn, and Mia at the library or park. Additionally, I would not be the person I am today without the love and solace of my parents and 2 childhood friends, Hsi and Kaw, and the encouragement of all my past and current mentors who inspire me to work hard and pursue my dreams. Most importantly, I learned to stop dwelling too much on the future and instead focus on the present, because the choices and actions I make now will influence my future and I don't want to live with any regret. Instead, I want to be able to look back at my high school years and think that it was one of the best times of my life.
You can be anything you put your mind to is ironically the most restricting advice I've ever been given, which to others is a phrase that inspires them to follow their dreams, instead rendered me hopeless about my future. I could be anything, anyone, and yet that freedom of choice suffocated me. Overwhelmed with options, I adopted other people's opinions to avoid having to figure things out on my own. This in turn led me to question what parts of my personality were actually my own. Did I like Strawberry Fanta because it was good, or did I like it because my friend liked it? Did I want to pursue a career in coding because it was cool, or because that's what my father did? To answer these questions, I had to dive deep into what makes me, me. So if I have any advice to offer you, it is to self-reflect. Introspection is the key to finding what makes you happy. It is only then that you will find your purpose or passion. And I can tell you from personal experience, it takes time, but it is worth it. The wood is full of darkness, brokenness, and evil. But one book that I read a few months ago, Soul Keeper by David Dalglish, showed me that this was not the case. That instead, bit by bit, we can help humanity be not broken, fix humanity. To reflect this message, David Dalglish gave a character enough power to destroy all of humanity and rebuild society from the ground up. However, another character showed her that we don't have to do this. Instead, we can help to build humanity by each individual helping it bit by bit to fix the brokenness. So I want to leave you with this message, to go out and help the wood little by little by doing kindness and the small acts in order to help make this wood not seem so broken.
Now that I'm in the last moment of my high school year, there are still a lot of things that I regret. There was moments where I was afraid of challenges, times when I took the easy way. Reflecting off of these moments, I wish that I took the opportunities that I had missed out on. If I were to tell my younger self one thing, is that it is okay to mess up. Being a child of immigrant parents, you aim to be perfect. You understand the risk your parents took, so you obviously don't want to let them down. But let me tell you, it is okay to mess up. Your parents took those risks for the opportunities you have in front of you right now. You cannot succeed without failure because failure is what you have to overcome in order to succeed.
Human beings are weak and powerless. From the moment we are born, we do not have a say in who our parents or family are or where we live. Even our friends are chosen randomly by the seats assigned by our teachers. These randomly assigned people in our lives make up who we are and our identity. I've crossed paths with wonderful people in my life, like Mushi, who's been there since 2nd grade, or Dr. Carlisle, who I've only met this year. We need to cherish these moments and events that we can't control. I hope from this point onward, you'll be able to take control and live life according to your own decisions. Take the reins and seize the day.